Choke, no joke. You already know. True Magic, what up? My fellow Americans, salute. What up? Shell Frizzy, what up? CC Crep Band, what's good? Perry Jones, what up? Where you been at? Agent the weather in the building. Buffalo Troy, what up? Whack on wood, back in the building. Unpopping opinions, what up? Capo, what up? How do I like Turk New album? I ain't listened to Turk album. Never listened to a Turk album in my life. No disrespect to him, but I just never listened to a Turk album. Mike Miggity in the building. J Dot, what's good? Z Bezos, what up? MPW, D1, what up? Sprinkles All Winners, what up? Salah was good. Richie Rich in the building. Sean Warren in the building. James Breed just stepped in. Joke, no joke. I'm here, man. Sorry for being late. I slept up, tried to take a nap and overslept a little. Um, I had a special guest coming on, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow because they grandmother passed today. So you know how that go. That changes the mood. So I came to give me something good to eat, and I want to talk about Chi-Town in the building. What up, Kazzy? All right. Uh, rest in peace to their grandmother. I won't say their name, so I can keep the surprise for tomorrow. You know, it's Throwback Thursdays right now. Still a lot to talk about. So I came to get me something to eat, and I'm sitting outside, and I know they see me sitting outside, and they didn't come over here to ask me if I want a menu or anything. So I'm gonna have to next time they step out the door, I'm gonna see if they're gonna come over here with a menu. I just caught the girl live, so I'm gonna see if she come over here. See how long this takes. I'm what time is it? Let's see how long it take them to come over here. But there's a few things I want to talk about that I've been seeing on social media. All right. And follow me on Instagram if you don't. Choke no joke at real choke no joke. Put my band up there. This is more about dating and relationships and marriages. I don't know if y'all been seeing this story that's going around with Mendices and Yandy about how Yandy cheated with this dude. I keep telling y'all, man, if you're not gonna have unconditional love, don't get married. If you can't love unconditionally, don't get married. That's why I hate parking next to people. This lady just get out of her car and just swing the door open. I'm just hoping they don't hit my car because I'm sitting right here. And then, because I'm getting ready to curse her out if her door hit my car. And there she come getting out. She all overweight and stuff. So I understand why she got to swing her door open because she might not be able to get out the parking length space. But if that shit would have hit my door, I was gonna run right up on her. I mean, she just swung the door open. I'm like, why are you swinging the door open like that? Like, and then I see her, she all fat, her man all fat. Now to curse both of their fat asses out. It's the second time she looked at me and said she gonna come over here and ask me, do I want a menu or something? All right, second time she came out. Watch. Another one of these people come out and just look at me and go back and I'm gonna give them the loud ass hello and make everybody look at me. Watch. Now the fat people just went in and they took them and sat them down. And the only reason I'm sitting out here is so I could do my live instead of going inside. I want to be away from the people. Bruno, what up? So I've been sitting here for 10 minutes and nobody said nothing to me yet. I really feel like I shouldn't have to go to a hostess and tell them I want to sit outside. Watch how I give him the loud ass. Hello. Watch. Now here come the other dude. He come out. Now I'm gonna get him with the hello. Watch. Hello. He just looked at me and went in. And see if he gonna go grab some menus and come back. Now I don't waved at him. He's stupid. Watch my mouth. These women all sitting at the hostess joint stand. They see me sitting here and nobody's gonna come say nothing to me. Ramona. Thank you very much, Ramona. Appreciate you. Somebody said go to the next spot. I don't know what they on, but I really feel like I should not really have to go inside and say something. Like I just yelled at the dude, said hello, and I waved at him. He just looked at me. Hello? What like the fuck? I would order and then leave. Facts. Nah, because I'm hungry. Well, I'm gonna order and not tip. I know that. Are they serious? Serious? Yeah. I'll order it to go and eat over here. Could have told me that side was closed.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I'm just running around back here. Do you want to do your usual crab dip to start?
No.
Okay, no worries. You got it. I'll give you a second, okay?
Fucking dude. I'm here, y'all. They talking about this section over there is closed. And nobody can say, hey, that section's closed. The motherfuckers is gonna keep looking at me.
You okay with water, baby? You want something else?
I'm okay with water for now.
Water, you got it.
Yeah, like I was saying, um, I want to get into a relationship, uh, not advice, just a discussion and see how y'all feel about it. Yeah, I have to wait for that exactly. Whole 20 minutes trying to get the annoyed feeling off of me. Oh boy, what a way to start. Bruno, good looking. First is on you. I appreciate it.
Any questions I can answer for you?
No,
Anything you need for now?
yes. Um,
A couple minutes.
yes, please. This is salmon, shrimp, and crawfish. Fresh jalapenos. That sounds different. Do anybody know what a risotto is? A seafood risotto? How is that prepared? Excuse me, this seafood risotto, how is that prepared? Is that fried?
It's cooked in a pan. It's kind of rice that they like add stock to gradually to make it a little creamy. It's
Yeah.
got salmon, shrimp, and crawfish. So it's gonna be in a pan. It's gonna be like a saucy rice dish.
But is the salmon and stuff fried or
No,
how's
it's
that
cooked in
grilled?
the sauce.
Oh, it's cooked in the sauce.
Yes.
All right. Salmon, shrimp, and crawfish cooked in the sauce. Can I start with like fried crawfish, like as an appetizer,
Yeah. So
and then I'll try the seafood risotto.
absolutely.
All right, thanks.
Use that maybe.
Thank you. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Um, so there's two things I want to discuss. One is I keep seeing these videos on Instagram where these women, and no offense to the women in here, right? Because this may not be you. You got these women that saying they won't date a man um, that make less than 100,000. They won't date a man that work at UPS, Macy's, Walmart, right? There are people that work at Macy's. There's men that work at Macy's. There's men that work at Walmart. There's men that work in UPS that make more than 100,000 a year. Just because you work at Walmart don't mean you working in on the register. Doesn't mean you working in stock, right? They are very, very high um, positions in some of these companies, especially like a Macy's. Like you could be in sales, you could be in corporate. Just because you work in Macy's don't mean that you are technically that you work in uh, retail. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't. I'm just really looking at these, and then the thing about this, a lot of these women don't even have high paying jobs themselves, right? It's crazy. So you know, I don't I just don't get the I'm not dating a man that's making less than 100,000, as if 100,000 is a buku lot of money, right? And then how many men do you think, just black men alone, if you just into black men, are all making over 100,000? I don't even know if it's one one out of 10. It may not even be one out of 50 that's making 100,000 a year, right? Which tells me that you are looking for somebody to take care of you, right? Then you got these other women that they don't go 50-50 for nothing, right? Which means if you take them out on a date, they're never going to take you out on a date because to me, that would be considered 50-50. Like if I every time we go out, I got to pay, you ain't paying nothing, and you never going to take me on a date because you don't you don't pay for men to go on dates, right? Um, and a lot of these women be dead serious. I seen then it's the other chicks that once you invite them out on a date, right? And they want you to pay for their hair and their nails to take them out. And then there's the ones that on top of that that tell you that they don't got nothing to wear and they want you to take them shopping and may even want you to get their hair and nails done for you to take them out. Now I done met some of these women. I didn't invited uh, a woman to go on a date or go somewhere, and they be like, "Yo, I ain't got nothing to wear," and I'm like, "But I look at your Instagram and you styling in every other picture. How you ain't got nothing to wear?" Or I offer to take you somewhere and you need your hair and nails done. Now, fellas, I'm prone to believe that those type of chicks, they not really feeling you. They just really trying to see what they can get out of you, right? You know, they got money to get their hair and nails done, but they want to save their money and get you to pay for their hair and nails so they can hold on to their little coins, right? Or the ones that need an outfit, same thing. They might got a bill, a phone bill, or something like that that they need to pay, and then they going, you know, take your money and pay that bill, and then go in their closet and have something to wear. right? Then there's the women that they need their nails done, right? And you go and you take them to the nail salon, and you look on the menu, a manicure, a pedicure, manicure, maybe $20, $30, right? Pedicure, even for myself, a pedicure is about $40, right? So you'll say, all right, $60, $80 tops. When they done, they like, yo, I need $150, 200. $150, 200 for your feet and your hands. Why? Because they know when they got the stuff that they wouldn't get if they was paying for it. These gel nails, these pointy long nails, uh, rhinestones, the American flag on their nails, right? $200, 150, $200. Oh, they want to put their feet in some gel, right? So you looking at anywhere from 150 to 250 before you even got to the restaurant, before you even got to the theater, before you got to the play, movies, whatever it may be, right? And here you probably was thinking, yo, all right, I'm gonna go spend, take Shorty on the date. I'm gonna spend 150, you know, take it to a nice dinner. Okay, thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Appreciate it. Right, right. I'm gonna sit sideways so y'all ain't gotta see me chew, right? But as you can see, I got me some crawfish. And they crawfish be slapping, right? So you might walk out your house with a budget of 150, $200, which is a decent budget for a date, right? A shorty one stop to get a manicure or a pedicure and just ate up the whole budget, your budget, what you planned on spending for the night on herself. Why? Because she ain't really feeling you like that. She just trying to get what she could get out of it. And I've seen this happen. This has happened to me before. Yo, love, what you want to do? Let's go somewhere. Oh, can we go get a pedicure? Do you get pedicures? I just want to get my nails done. And, I need a filling. And the filling turned into a whole new set. Them sitting in a gel and manicure. I mean, a pedicure with this gel in the instead of just water. Yes. All right, cool. Thanks. That was great. Ooh, look at that. That's salmon, shrimp, and crawfish, and this rice type of thing. Oh man. What I said that was called? Ritoli. Let's see what that heading on. Oh baby. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. Oh, and it's cheesy. Look at that. Crawfish, salmon, rice, dripping cheese. Lord have mercy, that's good. Oh man, pardon me for a second. I never had this before. I never even heard of it before. This is slapping. Oh my God, y'all. See that crawfish right there? Mm. Now I know somebody in the comments talking about Joe joke, man. You eat crawfish, they the bottom of the sea. Okay, you eating them pigs, right? All right, getting back into it, right? So if you find yourself, let's go out to my younger fellas out there. It don't make you cheap if you don't want to pay for a woman's grooming. It don't make you cheap. Some women will be like, "Oh, you cheap. You can't get my hair did. You can't get my nails done. Why would I go out with you?" If a woman ain't got money to get her hair and nails done on the real, you should not be dating her. I'm not being cheap, right? Because fellas, think about it. And I know I got a bigger male audience than the female audience, right? You think a chick want to go out with you if you ain't got a haircut, if you ain't got on clean sneakers, if you ain't got on a nice outfit? No. And for her to have to pay for you to go get a haircut, imagine you got to ask a girl, yo, baby, I would love to go to the movies with you, but yo, I need a haircut. Yo, can you give me a haircut? Can you imagine that? You asking a woman to take you to the barber shop to get you a haircut so you could look good for a date. And look, they not stingy with the shrimp either. That's a full blown shrimp. right? So to my fellas, if you gotta pay for a woman, hair and nails, and if she's not your woman, I'm not talking about your wifey. I'm not talking about a chick you've been with for years, and y'all live together. That's a different situation. Cause y'all might be sharing bills or whatever, or you might want to treat her, you know, hey baby, you see her working hard, you cash app her, Zella, however you send the money, give her some cash, 200. Here, baby, you've been working hard all day. I mean, all week or a month. Go get your hair and nails done, right? That's a different thing. I'm talking about a woman you just meeting, you didn't have sex with. A woman you just meeting and you trying to take out on a date, you trying to call her, and she telling you, oh, to go out, I need you to pay to get my, like, if she ain't, first impressions is everything, right? You taking her on the first date, you should be able to pull up and she looking bad as a mother. Her hair snatched, her nails snatched, open toe shoes snatched, outfit snatched. She shouldn't be, she should give you the impression that she's up, straight up and down. Please do not. And some of y'all in the comments, y'all experienced this already. I know you have, because I have, where you offered to take somebody out and they telling you they need some type of grooming to go out. Hang up on her. I don't care how fat her ass is. I'm dead ass. I don't care how fat her ass is. Because some of y'all dudes are suckers for fat booties and the cute face. Uh, Here's another tip. If she wants to go out with you and she's telling you, oh, I really don't know you like that, so I need to bring my girlfriend, you're being played, right? If she got to go out with you and she got to bring her girlfriend and she's expecting you to pay for her girlfriend on the trip and she just telling you, oh, she just bringing her girlfriend because she don't feel safe, she really don't know you. That girlfriend might be her lover. Real rap. And you're going to take them two out on a date and you're going to pay for both of them and they're going to go home and they have sex and you're not going to get none. You just a sucker dude that just took a girl and her girlfriend, her lover, out to eat or to the movies or to a bar or whatever, and you done spent triple, pay for yourself, pay for her, and pay for her girlfriend. If they not talking about a menage a trois, a threesome after that, you being played, and you got two hungry chicks on your heels. And you, if you never experienced this, I'm telling you, this exists. This exists. When I was on my last cruise, right? It was these these chicks. They was young. They was cute. I'd say between 25, 30. You know, I seen them a few times on the cruise and passing. Might have been danced with one of them. And the girl go, "Can you buy me a drink?" And me being the gentleman that I am, I'll buy you a drink. Sure. Right? And then we get to the bar. She like, "Can you buy my girlfriends a drink too?" Right? I'm dead serious. Yes. Thank you. Now, on the cruise, I will admit, I say go ask them and see what they want. Right? Because on the cruise, I got X amount of dollars to blow. Me, I'm not an alcoholic. So, if I got $350, a $350 tab on the cruise, I'm not going to drink $350 worth of liquor. And on the cruise, when um, you don't get that money back. You got to blow it or you lose it. But here I am treating one girl to a drink when she's asking me to buy her two girlfriends a drink, right? And like I said, I did it because we on the cruise, and that money is I'm not getting off the cruise and getting that money gonna go back to my card, right? So yeah, I'm gonna do it because I'm on a cruise. But for her to have the audacity to ask, to me, it's kind of I ain't gonna say rude, but testing how far she can go. And I don't know if it's a thing with girls or women that if she comes back over to her friends, and maybe because she's the cutest one in the crew, and she come back with one drink because the dude asked her for a drink. Like, do y'all women get mad at y'all girlfriends that the dude buys them a drink and then they come back with a drink for themselves and not a drink for all of y'all? Like, is that a rude thing or something? I'm glad to see somebody said that's tacky. They trying to see if you're a trick or not. I believe that. I definitely believe that. Damn, it's them crawfish. So, to my young ones, even my old heads, because I know some of you old heads, y'all love them little tenderonis. Me, I can't date nothing. I don't know, 35 used to be my limit of the woman that I would date. Now I'm probably 40 is probably the lowest I would go. Because one thing, I don't want to be dating nobody that could get pregnant. So I'd rather a woman that's in menopause. I'm into the women with hot flashes, the ones I know that can't make no more babies. Because I know I got a couple of homies. They love them chicks in their 20s and early 30s. Me, I can't do it. Because I'll be damned at my age. I slip up and get a chick 25, 30 years old, pregnant. Let me explain to you what that looked like at my age, being in my 50s. At one point, being in your 50s, it looked like you was getting older. I mean, you are getting older, don't get me wrong. But being in my 50s and dating, there's still women that are bad at 60. I swear to God, it's not like it used to be. Or maybe I don't know because I've never been in my 50s before to know, look at a older woman and be like, damn, like Shorty look like she's 30 in her 40s and 50s. Like today, like I still have a crush on like Rosie Perez, right? And I'm like, if I see Rosie Perez, I will shoot my shot. But when I had the chance, I didn't do it. I was a little intimidated. Now I regret it. That probably was like maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I went to a screening and she was with my man Michael K. Williams. And I could tell the way she was looking at me that I had a chance. But being who she was, I was intimidated and I didn't shoot my shot, right? More recently, I'm like, damn, if I ran into Rosie Perez again, I would definitely shoot my shot, right? So I go look up and I'm looking at her and I'm like, damn, like she is still fine. She never had no kids. And you know, a woman that never had no kids before, her body is more refined than the woman that had two or three babies, right? Like her stomach is still probably, good looking. No offense to the women that had babies or whatever, but once you have a baby, ladies, you know, even just uh, it's hard to lose some of the belly fat, or you got little wrinkles or whatever in your stomach. And the women that never had no kids, they don't have that, right? So for her, she's never had kids, right? So looking at her body and her being an actor or an actress, right? She's still snatched to some degree. And I'm looking at her now and I'm like, so out of curiosity, I'm there. I'm like, damn, how old is Rosie Perez? Like, would I still date her now? Right? She's like 6, 7 years older than me. And she's still bad. I mean, still bad. Like, you doubt what I'm saying, look her up. Look at her. Look at her. She still look. She could pass for 40 something, and she's in her 60s. And I wouldn't have to worry about getting her pregnant because at this point she can't even get pregnant if she wanted to, right? But dude's my age, right? And I got some homies that's older than me, right? They probably in their early 60s right now. One of my homies, he in his early 60s right now. And he got two little ones that's probably, well, actually, by this one chick, because he got a gang of them. He in his early 60s, and he got three kids. One's probably like 13. I say like 13, maybe 6 and 4, or maybe 7 and 5, right? And I'm like, yo, I don't know how you do it. Like, why would you be making babies past 50? Now, let me explain why me, right, in my 50s, why I would not have a baby right now. One, child support scared me from ever having kids again, ever. The struggle that child support put me through, and the way that the kids don't appreciate you when you get older, right? Even look at Finesse 2 times, right? I mean, what's his name? Yeah, Finesse 2 times, right? How you see his mother getting evicted, and for whatever reason, you know, he not helping his mother, whatever beef they got, right? A lot of us, especially in the black community, for some reason or another, our kids give us they asses to kiss, right? And all the stuff that you did raising them up into 21, whether you was just paying child support or whatever, they don't give a f about you, right? They don't see your struggles. They didn't live it. They don't care about how bad you struggled to help take care of them, to help raise them. And some of y'all haven't experienced that yet. It ain't till they get about 13, 14, 15, 18. And then the girls, they get a taste of some penis. And then their whole focus is on this nigga. They don't care for their mother, their grandmothers. They just wrapped up in this nigga, right? Or this young man. I swear to God, every time I came to this place to try something new, I fell in love with it. There's another meal that I just fell in love with. Um, but getting back to why wouldn't have kids at this age, like I said, outside of child support, that traumatized me. To be financially devastated like that, I'm struggling, and they living good because they getting my checks, right? And my checks ain't looking for me, ain't looking like nothing, right? But God bless me for weathering the storm and coming out on the other side. This is why you see me. I will come to the fanciest restaurants, and I'm spending $50 on myself to eat. Now, if I was on a date, I'd be spending 100, probably more, because the girl done probably had drinks. Me, all I drink is water, because that's all I really drink is water. You know what I'm saying? And I don't drink alcohol. A chick would have had, let's take some shots. Can I get a double tequila margarita? Da, 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 da. That's $40 for the drink alone, right? Not to sound cheap. I'm just telling you, when some women ain't footing the bill, they ain't looking at the prices on the menu, right? But as you can see for me, I'm going to spend $50, $60 on myself to eat. And I don't mind doing it by myself. I'll take y'all on a date. But I want my young men to think about it this way. This is how I look at it, right? When you're in your 20s and you have a kid, right? I mean, I did it in my late teens, right? When you're 20 and you have a kid, you have an obligation in some states 18, some states 21, some states 25, right? I got a homie right now, my age, right? And he might be a little younger than me, right? He got a kid that's 18 right now. And I'm like, yo, and I keep going on all these trips. And he can't go on these trips with me, you know what I'm saying? Because of child support. They took his passport because he has arrears. And he might be like 48, right? Approaching 50. Well, I'm like, yo, man, you good. You only got 3 more years. No, his kid is in Texas. As long as if his kid go to college, he got to pay up into 25, right? That's 7 more years. That's mean he's still paying child support until 55. Until 55, bro. Me, I'd have jumped off the roof already. That's just a figure of speech. I don't mean that literally. Because of what I already experienced in child support. To think that I would still be going through that today would be crazy to me, right? He's one of the ones that like he dating this chick right now. She like 30, and I'm like, dude, My kids is older than 30. I can't date nobody younger than my kids. I feel weird to have a girlfriend or go into a restaurant, even if I'm just banging her. I would just feel weird going out with a chick that young, right? But fellas, this is how you should start thinking, right? For all y'all that's out here slinging that raw ding ding, because my man says to me the other day, yo, why don't you just get a vasectomy? You ain't got to worry about that. No, I know how to handle my. That's the couple that swung their doors open. So I got to make sure she don't bang my car because I'm watching. Okay, she swung it, but she caught it. This is how you should be thinking, right? This is good advice, right? Now, and I'm not saying all women are going to put you on child support, but always live with the worst case scenario, right? Let's just say I have my kids at 20, right? You're going to be obligated to take care of them if you 20 until you 41. If you let's just say you have in New York State. If you lucky, it might be 18 in some cities, right? Which would put you at 38. And that's having a kid at 20, right? Because you're gonna have to raise them through high school, and then there's college, right? Now college can extend if you're 20 to possibly 45, right? If they go for at least a bachelor's degree, right? If they're going for their bachelor's, you may wind up paying child support and then college fees if you started at 20 to about 40, 41 to 45. This is how I learned to sling my ding ding for the last 30 years without getting nobody else pregnant, right? Because I calculate like this, right? Now I'm telling my man, he told me I'll get a vasectomy. No, I'm not doing that. Like, not that there's anything wrong with it, but you never know. You may want to get somebody pregnant, right? Not saying I am, but you may want to, right? I'm telling my man right now. You may I'm watching my make sure it's down, bang up my car. Um, I'm telling him, yo, you dating this girl 31, 30, whatever she is, right? It's kind of like Papoose and Clarissa. I think Papoose might be around my man's age, right? If you at 48, right, and he's already dealing with child support still, and still got anywhere from three 3 to 7 years at 48. Still possibly he still got may have 7 years on child support, right? And right now he can't travel abroad because they took his passport, right? Which means for the next 7 years, and if he don't pay those arrears, he may never get his passport back, right? He dealing with a chick that's 31 at 40. If he slip up right now and get her pregnant, right? That's going to reset the responsibility of raising another kid, right? So at 48, you already know you got a 20-year window of raising this kid, right? So at 48, 58, 68, kid, and then you put on 2 years after that, right? For graduation. Can you imagine going to your kid's graduation at 70 years old? Think about that. You in your 40s right now, right? You put 20 years on that. That's high school and then college, 2 years of college, 20 years, 21 years, right? If you 40, that means you're going to your kid's graduation at 60, 61. If you 50, you're going to the graduation at 70, 71. If you 60 and you get a young chick pregnant, you're going, if you live that long, you're going to a graduation at 80, right? I got an uncle right now that just turning 80 this year. His youngest daughter just went to college at 80. Thank you. Can I get some water, please? Appreciate it. Right? There you go. Thank you.
Are you still working on this?
Yes, that's done. All right. Right? By the time my uncle's daughter graduate, because this is her first year, right? By the time my uncle, by the time my uncle's daughter graduates, it's her first year. Let's say she do 4 years. He's going to be 84 by the grace of God, right? Now, my uncle got sons my age, right? Because he had 3 kids before this marriage, right? Where he had 3 more kids, right? And now his youngest is just going to college, right? And like I said, That's at least 6 kids that he put through school, and they all went through colleges. They all uh, are highly educated, and good kids, and did the right thing. Lucky for him, he had money, right? All right, thank you. Um, can you imagine going to the graduation? It's a blessing that he got to see all his kids go to school, graduate, whatever. But his oldest kid is my age, right? Can you imagine doing that all over again? And now, and like I said, it's good because in some aspects, you know, he got some of his kids rock with him, some of them don't. From the first marriage, they don't rock with him because he moved on in life. But some of at least one of them do. You know what I'm saying? And they had a hell of a good life. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Because my uncle used to help my moms take care of us. You know what I'm saying? And they had everything. And then I seen him giving them the best of things. And then at least two of them don't even talk to him right now. And they had the best effing life ever. They had everything. If we had nothing, the little did we have, he was looking out, helping my moms, right? And they turned around and gave him, they asked a kiss, which is crazy to me that they don't even talk to him. Just because it didn't work out with their mother. Crazy, bro. But that's besides the point, right? So my point was, for me, I didn't have any more because, like I said, it was financially devastating. It was emotionally draining, and mentally, it made me an angry ass person that you would sit there and raise your kids and go through financial devastation, uh, helping provide for them, and they don't even rock with you, right? Or they mad at you because it didn't work with the mother. You know. So with that being said, there's no guarantee, like finesse 2 times, right? That you can raise a kid and they always going to be there for you. They may turn on you at some point. Y'all might get into an argument. Something might work, might not work out, and they not going to be there for you. They don't even care for you. They don't even call and check on you, right? So, fellas, be careful what you do with your ding ding, because you get the route, the you get somebody pregnant. You're looking at 18 to 25 years of obligation, depending on where you at, right? And if you get a chick that take you to court for child support, right, that turns into garnishing your checks. That goes to the possibility of your license getting taken away from you. And now you depending on public transportation to get to and from work, right? You possibly dealing with getting your uh, passport revoked, what makes you stuck domestically. You can't go nowhere outside of, like for me. I was stuck without the passport, but I would go to Hawaii. I would go to the Virgin Islands or Puerto Rico, right? To get away. Those are the only places that I could go outside of this land here on the, United States to get on a plane and be able to go to another island, right? US Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, or Hawaii is all you'll be confined to, right? There's no Turks and Caicos for you. There's no Dubai for you. There's no other place than in the United States for you, right? For up to maybe 20 years, right? And not to mention, you can go to jail for falling behind on payments. Trust me, I know because I was one of them. And you think they care? I couldn't believe I was in jail for falling behind on payments. I was in jail for falling behind on payments. When I lost my job and was on unemployment, they took the unemployment money. They took the unemployment money, which really put me behind. So they took my license, they took my passport, and they sent me to jail. I got out of the streets because I had kids, because I didn't want to risk going to jail and having the responsibility of raising my kids. So I quit hustling just to be a good father and still went to jail. I, I could laugh about it now, boy, but I was crying about it goddamn 10, 20 years ago. Literally. So all y'all that's in my age range or you're in your 40s and y'all still like them little tenderonis, think about the slip up. A slip up could cost you 20 years of commitment. Now, if you financially strapped and you ain't worried about it and you got a couple of million and you don't care about that and you want to raise some more kids, then this conversation ain't for you. But if you the average Joe out here making it and you saving up and you still haven't got a chance to live good and travel the world and stuff like that, just think about the 20-year commitment. Just think about the 20-year commitment. That's what I'll call it. The 20-year commitment. Because you're going, even if you're not with the woman no more, which would make it even more harder for you because y'all not under the same roof sharing the responsibilities of raising this kid. And if you got a chick like these chicks I'm talking about that don't go 50-50 and want you to take care of everything while they sharing and stashing their money and using up all your money, and she got this secret bank account you don't know about, you're gonna find yourself by yourself, no love, and still stuck with all this uh, commitment. Let me show you how good that was. Now, you could take heed of that. You could be like, man, choke a old head, man. I ain't thinking about that. I had somebody told me this conversation, gave me this conversation when I was a teenager. I wouldn't have been reckless with my ding ding. But by the grace of God, I had two kids around the same time. And when it ended for me, it ended around the same time. And when I got my life back, this is why y'all see me travel so much. This is why you see me not in no relationship right now, because finally, that now that I got some type of financial freedom, I'm doing everything that I could do for myself that I couldn't do in that 20-year gap. What time is it? They must be closing. Hold on, let me sign this. See, I will eat good by myself. I don't mind spending $40 on myself. Right now, that me on the date, that'd have been an easy 150. Because if my food costed 40, another person would have been 80. That would have been more tax. And that ain't even drinks, right? And I love eating good. But I don't mind treating women, good women, to a great meal. Because a lot of y'all women deserve it. Y'all work hard, kids and got on your nerves, and you deserve a good meal. So you will see me treat women to dinner as well, right? But for me, I'm going to spoil you myself from this point on, right? Because of all that I went through, right? So here's another thing that I wanted to get into about marriage. Do not get married unless you love the woman unconditionally. If you got conditions in your marriage as the number one thing, cheating, don't get married. Because if you were a woman for 20 years, what's the chances that she's going to cheat in the 20 years? Probably 50-50. And I say that because um, I'm seeing this report or tea or whatever you want to call it with Mandices and um, Yandy, right? Now we know that way back when Mendices and Yandy had that fake marriage because I don't even think they really married. Remember, he was going to jail. They got married, but she never signed the marriage certificate. I don't know if when he came home, she eventually did, or they had a real wedding or whatever. But there's this story out there now how she took her makeup artist or a hairdresser with her to London, and they went over there, and she allegedly cheated with this guy. And the hairdresser guy, he's a gay dude, right? And a lot of these women hang with gay dudes because either they sleeping with women and they know the gay dude is gonna keep their secret, or the gay dude is, like a girlfriend to them and they gonna keep their secret, right? For whatever reason, and I think the gay dude was saying that like his dude was calling him while he was out uh, with Yandy over in London, and I think he FaceTime him, and he like, yo, why is it three setups at the table? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, who you with? And he like, nah, I ain't, I'm not with nobody, but he not trying to blow Yandy's spot up, saying Yandy, she on a date because he knows that Yandy's man or husband is back in the States. So if you go on my Instagram, you'll see the clip. It's in my stories. I posted it in my stories, right? So he's on Instagram blowing her up. Yo, you get me in trouble with my man. He seeing three setups at the table, and he thinking I'm out here cheating on him or whatever. But you over here with this dude cheating on man DC. Now I'm in trouble with my man and stuff. And then they all staying together in the same room or whatever. And he told my he on the other side or they in the suite, but he could hear Yandy banging the other dude out. They making all this noise and stuff, and he got to sit there and deal with it. But he in trouble with his man, so he blowing her up, right? So now you got and then you got these chicks that be saying that men DCs be cheating and they be trying to blow him up. Um, so the point is, all that's alleged. I don't know what's true, what's not. But my point is this, right? If you're gonna get married, make sure you're marrying a chick that, not saying that you should allow your woman to cheat, right? Because when y'all make those wedding vows, that's one of the first rules. I'm done. Thank you. Uh, Appreciate it. Um, that's one of the first rules in marriage is not to cheat, right? To be there for rich or poor and sick and health and all that, right? I don't know the vows like that because I never got married. That's the extent of what I know about it, right? Um, but if your conditions is no cheating, then don't get married.
We're gonna lock up and turn the lights off in about
Okay,
10 minutes.
that's
We'll
fine.
all be leaving.
All right, cool.
Turn them off while you're on
All
your
right, all right, cool. I'll wrap it up.
thing.
All right. So, yeah, don't get married. You know what I'm saying? If your conditions are you can't cheat, right? And then you got some people that get married, and then later on in life they have an open marriage, or they start swinging to spice it up, or whatever it is. Then have an understanding with your partner. You know what I'm saying? Because if you still got the kids to raise and y'all under one roof and you don't want to break up the family, y'all got to have some type of understanding. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to work it out and come with some new rules that's outside of what your wedding vows were. And I can't really say that because I'm not married, but this is part of the reason I won't get married is because I'm not going to allow a judge ever again in my life tell me what to do, what I can do, what I can't do. I went through that with child support, and the judge never laid eyes on neither one of the women because they both was out of town. He never even seen these women, never even seen my kids, right? But gave me hell and don't even know how they was living. They ain't send nobody to go check and see what the money was doing, this, that, and other. So I'll be damned if I get in a relationship and it don't work, and then the judge is going to tell me what I got to be paying, right? Look at Portia and Simon. That's a perfect example. This man really thought Portia loved him or whatever. She still ain't tell this man why she called the divorce because she milked him. 2 years later, he done spent all that money on this woman, sat there and gave her daughter the best life for 2 years, blowing millions of dollars on this girl, buying her Rolls Royces and all this stuff. And he was a Vic. I hate to say it like that, but he was. So I'm here to just give you a little advice. Be careful, man. All you guys that's my age, don't slip up and get one of these young girls pregnant because you got 20 years. And if you're 50, you go into the graduation at 70. You think you want to travel the world and have fun and all that stuff, you better be financially strapped. You better be well off. Because me, you'll look up tomorrow, I'll be in another country. The rest of my life is for me to explore this world and go different places and have a good time. I'm not having no more kids because at 50, in my 50s, I'm definitely not, what you call it, trying to go to nobody graduation in my 70s. I can't even move around like that. Nigga, you won't be able to toss your son to football like that. All right? And you get old enough, the nigga start beating you up when he get in his late teens. And you in your 60, 70, nigga all up in your face. You know what I'm saying? So think about that, man. And ladies, y'all think about that too. All right? Choke no joke. I'll holler at y'all in a minute. They about to close up over here. All right? I'm gone. Peace.
Choke no joke. Yeah. It's choke no joke. Choke no joke. Jigga choke no joke. Choke no joke.